deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you.
Hey y'all, can everyone hear me all right? I'm sorry I'm late. Wouldn't you know, we got a customer right when I was supposed to start. Wandering, hey boo, Crypt Keepers, CHER, damn it, Lady Lolo, Mustang Mama, Exquisite, Patty Ponytail, Robin, Mary Hartman. I was thinking about you actually the other day. I'm going to text you tomorrow. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you're doing well. As well as can be. Selena, hi boo. Oh. Mandy, good to see you. Did I read that right? You guys know I butcher everybody's names, and nobody tells me for like the longest time. You've been saying my name wrong. Outdoorsy. Hi, Sally. Yova. Am I saying that right? Good to see you guys. Eve. Hey, lovely. Animal Lover KK. Sherry Lynn. I'll be with the members on Saturday, y'all. Ryan, Jen. Can I say, yeah, you know, you just gotta bite the bullet sometimes and do it even when you're not ready. But huge shout out and huge thank you for people that have been there, honestly, through one of my most trying times, hurtful times. I'm not going to list names because I'm going to leave a name out by mistake, and that's going to make me feel super shitty, but y'all know who you are. I appreciate all you guys. Because I almost wanted to just delete my shit, right? So I was like, fuck it. I can't trust nobody on these streets. Fuck them, you know? But, yep, some of y'all have been there giving me really good advice, and it's been helpful. So I appreciate all of you. You guys, these streets get crazier and crazier. I was talking to Lips earlier. I was like, bitch, can we put people like, it's high school. Sometimes it feels like it might be middle school, but shit is so high school lately, it's crazy. I'd like to just bring it all the way back to kindergarten, I told Lips. Like, can we just put some bitches down for a nap? Some bitches need to go night-night and just take a little bit of a nap. Can we do that? Hi, Sherry Lynn, Cassandra's Life. Welcome, welcome. Oh, Jen, Ryan's wife, I hear, or I seen. Ryan, please drop her channel link, if you would. Ryan's wife, I think, uploaded her first video on her channel, if I'm not mistaken, or is about to. No, she did. Right? You like naps? Justice for Summerwell. She did. Please drop that link so that people can run, not walk over there to sub up. Miss Jen. Thank you, Lady Lolo. Honestly, I've taken almost everybody's wrenches. You may get them back. I don't know who. I don't know. As you can tell, Even if you know someone for fucking 5 years, you just can't trust them, right? Hi, Rebecca. I don't know how you still have hair on your head and your mental health with the Wells and company. Well, I'm one. Apparently I'm a tragedy pimp. Even though some of the people calling me a tragedy pimp was giving me so much shit for not being a tragedy pimp. Like, not doing more, not putting my chats on members, not doing this, not doing that, whatever, okay? Also out there with a real fucking job, well, some of the people calling me tragedy pimp just stays at home all fucking day long. You know what I'm saying? So get the fuck out of here. Also, I'm one of very, 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 very fucking few that leaves my channel when I need to for weeks at a time. So if I am a tragedy pimp, I am the fucking worst of the worst for tragedy pimping. But I don't even have to say that. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Patty, good to see you too. Thank you for being here. Hi. Let me enlarge this. I am so sorry. Comrie? Am I saying that right? Comrie Mom? That's what you have to do sometimes, and I already felt blessings from you. Thank you, Lord. Well, it's just frustrating because if I was to actually like show some shit, I think a lot of people would be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, this is absolutely fucking confusing. You know, but it is what it is. You know, that's life. This happens on these streets like too much, unfortunately, just too much. So, hi Anita. Thanks, Boo. On some good news, I don't give a shit who says what about me. I mean, at this point, I mean, they can talk whatever shit they want about me, my family, my husband, which, by the way, in Canada, after living with someone for 12 months, you're common law married. So, yeah, he's my husband. Okay. Worry about your own man that has no fucking idea what you're doing online. Beautiful disaster. Burning Springs. Were you actually confused the other day? Well, that's just life. I could go ahead and put my side out, but it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people want to believe all that shit, which has already been out there, by the way, for the 5 years I've been on YouTube, it's nothing new, okay? It is what it is. But yeah, trust me, it took all my power. But when people want a reaction from me so fucking bad, I just can't do it because I'm like, wait, what? What? Like, what? Why? Like, I don't know. No, thank you. You know? God made the donkey talk. Listen while changing diapers. Well, damn. Rebecca. Oh, anyway, what I was going to say is my dad got baptized yesterday. And I am so proud of him. So I asked him what church it was through because I get a little nervous because, as you guys know, when I went to visit my pops, I'm pretty sure there was some cultish things going on, and people were trying to grasp up my dad and change his regimens, and I got very scared. I got scared. So yeah. Anyway, proud of him. My dad has a past. This is not news to people, but again, what also draws me to true crime is what people do, but why they do it, and the mental health aspect into it. Would half of these crimes, or if they had proper mental health? So again, I was born in 83. My dad was 19 then. A whole different time. Men and mental health, so taboo, especially with a very strict militant upbringing. Like, no, back then, no. But my father is doing the best that he's ever done in my whole life, and probably his whole life as well. And a lot of that is thanks to having proper mental health and proper mental care to go about his mental health. So yeah, I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone fuck with the regimen that he's on that is helping this journey for him. I don't care what any YouTuber says or fake ass people says who like to think that their life is perfect and is lying to fucking people online. I don't care. Okay? Because I went almost all my life without having my father in my life. I love my dad. My dad never hurt me. Did he hurt other people? Yes. But would he have? I don't know. But that's a whole another conversation for another time. But anyways, we're all going before the same judge, the man up above. We all have to go and be judged before him. And that's the only judge that matters. Not John Smith on fucking YouTube or Lioness Hose, whatever, you know. So I am proud of you, Dad. Super proud. And yeah, give me 1 second, y'all. And I'm gonna have company up here in a minute. 1 second, BRB. Okay, I almost freaking ended the live by trying to get back up here. My bad. You had to quit watching many channels that are using summer for the money only. Love Ryan's channel. Hey, Ryan and Jen are out there. Now, I wasn't really sure of them at first, right? And I told Ryan that. I said, I don't, and he was so fucking cool. Because there's one thing about me where people, I don't know what they think, but like I am so honest with my feelings to everyone, especially people that I'm fucking close with. I am, honest with exactly how I feel. And a lot of people know, like Emma, True Crime, sometimes she's made me mad with stuff she's posted, and I'll go right to her privately, like, girl, can you tell me why, like, this and this? And she'll explain it. And then, yeah, I don't know. Like, people that know me more, like, privately, I can't really explain it. Not like I am trying to control everyone's channel, just like I want to see everyone do well, and I don't like the distractions. Tina G, thank you for being a member for 3 months. Jay, there you are, brother. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Although I do feel like it's been longer than 5 months. You just had to redo it again, so it didn't show. Hey, David, Tina G, Mustang Mama. So I asked him about that, and so I'm on my phone at work right now. So I was curious, like, who did you get baptized through? So it was done he doesn't belong to any one church. It was done as kind of a non-denominational baptism. So he doesn't belong to any one church right now. I know he's been looking. I know it's something Mark and I have talked about too, but churches I've been in for a lot of my life, many different religions and churches. And I tend to feel like, well, I tend to feel 99% of them when you're there seem to get a little cultish. It feels very cultish. And some of the church stuff that I learned when I was there kind of felt like churches were doing opposite. Like, praise him, but you don't need to praise him publicly. Like, he would much rather you praise him in the quiet of your own room or closet, or something like that. When I was younger, I remember reading something like that. So then I got thinking, well, church is so show-offy, you know what I mean? Some of the churches, you got these pastors driving around many sports car, you know what I'm talking, like the big mega churches and all that. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just, I guess, jaded to everything, including the churches. Penny, you're usually in the bushes. Hi, Sugar Magnolia. Get out the bushes. I guess you did. Welcome. Welcome out of the bushes. For the most part, I do believe that people mean well, though. You know, everyone is drawn to true crime for their own passionate reasons, and we all have different thoughts and ideas, ways of helping, and opinions. And I think that's okay. I wish there was a lot less of the butting heads, but unfortunately, on social media, especially the YouTube streets, and I'm learning the TikTok streets, the drama is what it sells. The drama gets the numbers. If I was a tragedy pimp, believe you me, I've got drama. And I could put it all out there, but it's too much to be just so fucking angry and mean girl all of the days of your life. It's fucking draining. You can talk to God whenever you want, and I do. I mean, don't forget, too, but you shouldn't just talk to God when you need something or you want something. You have to remember to talk to him, to just talk to him and thank him sometimes too, right? People pray, they're always, I want this, I want that. And it's like, but do you ever just stop and pray and be like, you know what? Thank you. I woke up healthy today. Thank you. You know, do people do that enough? I don't know. I've been doing better with it myself. But anyway, so I've been following along with everybody on the Sebastian Rogers case, which, much like the Wells case, it's made about these adults and their behavior. Yeah. And that sucks, but at the same time, you know, I kind of feel like the bad publicity is still keeping these children's face out there, their names out there. And I think if Happy Feet had anything to do with it, they would, it would be like a wrap already. People would just forget about it and move on with their lives. And that's what people are being bullied into. And it really sucks to see. But I also understand why, because the frustration in what continues for almost 3 years going on with the Wells, like, damn, Sebastian's case and the adults that surrounded him, I don't want to say one or the other is worse, because it's all equally fucking terrible. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I understand the happy feet people sometimes. I understand Seth sometimes. But at the same time, none of the adults that surrounded poor Sebastian fucking deserve to be around Sebastian. None of the adults that surrounded Summer deserve to be around Summer or any child. Hi, Lisa. If we're being honest, you try to remember to talk to God when you just, not only when you need something, but because we all do that when we pray. It's mostly asking God, help with this. We need this. Heal this. Heal that. They are all shady. It is crazy. Yes. Yes, yes. And so I've been seeing more and more creators, especially the big ones that were front and center, like saying, listen, like, I gotta back off of this. Now they might be backing off speaking publicly, at least for a little while. I don't think they're actually backing off, because that's crazy, and a lot of them have put a lot of work into this. I have not gone deep like the Wells case in this. I've just been following along. I've done, little researches into this and that, but it's not, no, there's just no way, because I'm still waiting for answers on poor Summer. Okay, 1 second, guys. Y'all. I fucking love my job. They are all shady. Okay, what was that? Where was I going with this? What was I saying? Okay, yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm still like every day wake up, Google Summer Wells, update, nothing. So to go that deep with another missing child from Tennessee, I just can't. I can't. Following it is making me angry enough, as I'm sure it is all of you. But what I will say is, I don't want people backing down, because that's what they wanted in Summer's case too, right? And you have Happy Feet, stepdad Happy Feet, saying the most bizarre shit that if that came out of Don Wells' mouth, everyone would crucify Don Wells, and we know it. But Happy Feet can say it, and it's okay, and everyone back off and Happy Feet. Fuck off, okay? Because him saying that he is never going to be found, fucking weird, okay? It's weird. Him beating on multiple children, one that's actually biologically his, and one he didn't have nothing to do with making. He should never, never, ever have ever put his hands on Sebastian. That's crazy. Now, it's crazy. So now he's threatening to take people to court and take channels down. Okay, cool, you know. However, Mr. Happy Feet there has made himself a YouTubian. He's the one going around all these fucking channels and doing interviews on YouTube. So I'm not quite sure if he understands how TOS works, or if he's just got idiots in his ears telling him how one thing can go. You can't be all over these streets doing public interviews on a case that is high profile and fucking public and tell us we aren't allowed to talk about it. Get the fuck off of YouTube then if you don't want people talking, because it's public. Public. You can't sue us for having our opinions. Now you can sue us for, I don't know, like probably nothing right now until you're cleared, which nobody's cleared. I remind people, Seth Rogers has taken a lie detector test, allegedly passed it, and yet he still can't be cleared by the law. Why? Because lie detectors are inadmissible. So Chris taking one doesn't matter, because the narcissist I feel like he is, he could fucking pass it. Hi, Dees. Oh yeah, trust me. He thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I'll let him know that people are, there is ways that people can actually email him. So I will get that on the community post, because I forget what his actual, you need his inmate number, but I think he can, I don't know, I'm not going to say too much. Anyway, yeah. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction. Hi, Minky. Many only talk to God when they need something and get upset when he doesn't answer their prayers. Have a relationship with God. You don't need a church to have that. Amen. Love that. That's true. That is true. It admitted it in public. Now, there is shit that I really wish, like, I don't know, Seth came out the gate just saying things that to me was always weird. Like, he's out there doing the most. He's out there looking. I don't like his media management. He is stirring the pot. Now, I gotta ask myself, is it on purpose? Like, I don't even know. Yeah, it's gotta be on purpose, right? But he is a pot stirrer, and sure as shit has not made Seth look any better. In fact, people hate Seth more because this man is behind it all. Yeah. And I don't know what freaking Tony means by Seth has evidence bagged up in his truck, but the law won't take it. How does Seth have evidence? Like, how does Seth even know that it's evidence? How would he get evidence to Sebastian missing in his truck if he was at Chris and Katie's house? I don't understand. So to him, it's possible evidence, but going around these streets on the TikTok with the social media Seth claims he doesn't have. Well, okay, you don't, but your media managers all over the damn TikTok making a complete fool, not just of him, but of Seth, which in the end is making a fool out of Sebastian. They're so unreliable. You look into it, and yeah, you could let's give Seth a lie detector with 3 different polygraph testers. He'll probably get 3 different results. Now, some people were trying to show me that on Nancy Grace's channel, it was said that he had to take the lie detector twice. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense because Seth was the one going around. I fell asleep. So I'm like, okay, that's going to be, what do you call it? That is going to be, what do you call it? Not a pass or fail, inconclusive. That's going to be inconclusive. He keeps falling asleep. I honestly don't love that he was falling asleep and then all over the YouTube streets. It's a bad look. But yeah. So I don't know, because I went back and either Nancy Grace had edited out that Seth had took the polygraph twice, because I can't find it on her channel. And even if he did, if he was falling asleep like he said, it would make sense. I'd be glad that they had to test him a second time, because if he's fallen asleep the first time, no fucking way he should be passing that, right? And if he only did it once and he's the one going around these streets worried if he's going to pass or it's inconclusive or fail, like he was worried, right? He went all over the streets to put it out there before, not knowing if Nancy Grace was going to put it out, whatever. So I don't know. I know hard feelings. Oh, just watch live and then now with us, and then, catch up later. Right, Jay? And we'll dive into that a little more too. All of the back and forth with dogs hitting, not hitting. Now, Chris said there was like over, I'm going to fuck this up, but did he say there was like 15 dogs? That seems extreme, but I feel like that's the number. 15 dogs out there to search for scent and possible remains, if I'm not mistaken. Now, there was, I think, 2 or 3 dogs that we heard did hit, and then we heard it didn't hit. Now, Michelle Watts made a really good point, and that's an area Sebastian was probably out walking around all the time. So did the couple of dogs that did hit, just get like a residual, because that is his area where he's probably been, 100, if not a million times. That makes sense. And then you have people that are lying and saying, well, they had their dog there and it hit and this and that. So I don't know what to even believe or trust anymore. I am probably, if there was actually 15 or whatever dogs, 10 or 15, maybe 2 or 3 would hit, I don't know. But again, even if they did, I wouldn't really expect it to mean much. Kind of like if the dogs hit for summer and they went down the trail, like, did she run down that trail a lot? I don't really know. Maybe that's why the dogs went there. So it's kind of too hard to just to tell. And the police, the law is going to know more than what they're going to release. But all of this hate and attacking each other because we all have different opinions, it's kind of like, well, all of the people that is happy feet butt kissing right now and then dragging anyone else that has anything. If anything, I'm equal asshole opportunist. I think they're all 3 of them, not even all 3 of them. If I'm actually being honest, I'm very actually worried for Katie. I know a lot of people are like, Katie, like, what the fuck? And I feel like that too, but at the same time, does she know something we all don't? Does she have to act a certain way because she is trying to keep Sebastian safe and herself? We don't know. Because the shit that comes out of Chris Happy Feet's mouth is bizarre. Almost like he fucking knows where Sebastian is. Do you remember the comment Dawn Wells made a long time ago? They're never going to find the evidence, and then quick self-edit because he remembered he's live, because there isn't any. And we got Happy Feet over there kind of mimicking the same thing. So it's kind of like, well, what do you know? So I haven't been too hard on Katie because we don't know. And I don't want to. I actually am scared for her. Some people are like, well, she picked Chris over Sebastian. We don't know that. Some of the now with the video going around, damn, that is suspicious, but it needs to go to the law. I hope it went to the law before people started sharing it around. I don't know. But Chris goes around and what did I just hear him say? I was listening to it earlier. These creators are just full of shit and, make shit up and whatever. Well, Chris, there's a couple creators that I talked to privately who sent something and posted it. And nobody has ever called somebody so fucking fast, let me tell you. And wanting to know, who else saw this before you sent it to me? Where did you get this from? Who did you tell? Who's seen this? So if all the creators that are out there are full of shit, why? Like, I'm talking from what I was told, as quick as the send button to a picture was sent to you, were you calling so fast wondering who all had seen that? Very weird behavior. Hi, Miss Chewy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. I assume not, since your legal system is very British and French inspired. British. Well, Canada is different. Definitely different. It's very, very different here. Saying he will see her in heaven. What was it that Chris just said? Something really fucked up I just heard. Oh, he has said some real messed up stuff. But you know what? So is Seth. And so is Katie. And we've seen how the Happy Feet people chase down, anyone that even drives by that house. We've seen that. But yeah, some of the things he says is very questionable. Now, we've got Seth's mom out there saying that she's got video of Chris tearing down flyers saying that Sebastian will never be found. I'm not sure I believe that because I haven't seen that video. Has anyone seen that video? So I don't know. Right away, it's always been one side finger pointing at the other. So you kind of get where Happy Feet would be pissed off too. You're right. If we're being honest, you kind of get where they're all coming from at the same time. We can all see the behaviors of all of them, and it ain't good. It ain't good. So, do you guys think that Sebastian is alive? Or do we think something bad happened? Because you got Katie saying, I went and, what'd she say? When I went and drove around, I was beside myself and in tears. And at that point, he had already, and then self-edit onto something else. Well, at that point, he had already what, Katie? He had already what? And he who? He had already what? Chris? Chris had already what? Gotten back home? Was that about Sebastian? He had already what? Like that? was crazy, you know. So where we got the same is we got Tennessee. Summer disappears from, allegedly, her dungeon bedroom. Where does Sebastian disappear from? His bedroom. She sure did catch herself, Selena. Absolutely. I can't share screen right now. I so wish I could, but I don't have my time stamps with me right now anyway. But we'll do a study session on Saturday. Thomas Schoenberger. I don't know what the fuck that means, but hi. You do? See, I think he's alive. I think that more than I think Summer is. And I think that because I kind of get vibes that Katie is going along. Do you really think Katie wanted to be out motorcycle shopping? What parent wants to actually leave the house? Like, do you think, because you know why parents don't go out searching, and we all say we'd be out there searching, but you know why the law for the most part tells the families to stay home? Anybody? True crime school here. Anybody know why parents are actually advised by the law? That's where, you know, the Wells weren't lying. They were advised to stay home. And, you know, Happy Feet was probably advised to stay home. And you know why? Why would they be advised to stay home? Not take off to another state in a campground, not go take off to water parks having fun with the rest of the kids while one's missing. Why should a parent stay home? There you go, Sally. 100%. You already know. Because what, especially now, maybe Summer, maybe not at 5 years old, maybe could find her way home if she got lost out in the woods. Sebastian has a better chance at being able to find his way home, if I'm not mistaken, in my opinion. In case the kid comes home, you stay at home. That's why they don't. It's not that. There's a few reasons, right? But for the most part, yes. In case, especially Sebastian being a 15-year-old teenage boy, walked back through the front door that we're being told he walked out of. Okay, so to see them take off to a campground in another state's bizarre. So, yeah, I question, like, what do they know? People don't look for something when they know where it is, right? Justice for all missing children. They didn't ask to be brought into this world to be abused and mistreated. Used and abused. You are so correct. I would never leave my home if one of my kids were missing. Right. Another reason you would probably be told to stay home in some cases is if you are not cleared as a suspect. They don't want people out there being 10 steps ahead of the law and able to move remains or living children or humans around to be able, just like the Jacob Wetterling was being moved around for 27 years. That's what I'm saying, outdoorsy. That's, you know, and so, yeah, you got to ask yourself, what do they know that's not being shared to why they're not out there looking? You got to wonder. Now, speaking about Summer's case, because I've been speaking to a source and then I had something accidentally said. Something that actually wasn't said to me, but I was on the phone, so I fucking heard it and I was kind of shook. Not gonna lie. If we are to believe that Summer Moon Utah Wells was kidnapped from 110 BenHill Road, Right? Jacob Wetterling, look it up. Yep, I worked with his family. 27 years this man was moving the remains around of Jacob Wetterling. I think he was 12 years old. And the guy had a police scanner, so he knew where was being searched, where was about to be searched. And so he just kept moving, hiding, and he stayed on top of it. Now in Canada, we're not allowed police scanners. It's not a thing. At least the part of Canada I'm in, but a lot of provinces are like, no police scanners. It's not allowed. Yes, please do. Please look it up. Because at the same time, I bring Jacob Wetterling up a lot because that is a case that for years everyone had their blue light out on their front porches and back porches lit up for Jacob to find his way home. It'd be cool to see Tennessee area or everybody to maybe get some green light bulbs, summer wells, purple, you know. But yeah, it was the blue light bulbs for Jacob, and for 27 years. But that's to say, we're going on 3 years, and people lose hope in Summer's case. I know I do, so I know I'm not alone in that. But just because it's not solved right now doesn't mean that one day there won't be proper justice. We still have to hang on to the hope, no matter what we all personally believe in our own hearts and minds on if a child is still with us or not. Because right now people are being bullied into backing away from a case bigger than I've seen in a long fucking time. So they really don't want this child found, which even more makes me go, all right, like, what is really going on here? Yes, it is such a sad story. But at the same time, as long as I thought it was so sad, I use it for hope when thinking about Somerville's, but now using it for hope when thinking about Sebastian Rogers. Yeah, Sally, I think you're right with that. So if we are to believe, let's not forget, Don Wells was allegedly not home. And who is the number one mouthpiece in Summer's case? Amen, Happy Watcher. Exactly. I feel that. There's nothing new to report in Summer's case. She still is missing. And June 15th, next month, okay, 3 years, which is officially a cold case. Now, we've had Happy Feet tell us that Sebastian is going to be a cold case, that it's going to take years and years to solve, and it's going to be like, what do y'all say? Real crazy shit. But then again, we have Seth putting out there real embarrassing shit that if he thought his son was coming home, it should never have been put online. Because if we thought that Sebastian got bullied before, oh my word. The shit that is out there now that's being put out by parents, and I use that term so damn lightly because we can't forget CPS was involved multiple times with Seth too, not just the Happy Feet. Okay, we can't forget that he had this water sack that Cotton Candy Boobs used to tell us about. I still haven't really seen the documentation on that, but you know, a lot of people have brought that up, and Seth's hitting him in the head. I also wondered why, if such terrible things like poor Sebastian being abused in the ways that we have been told he's been abused, I don't know how the hell Seth didn't already have primary custody. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So like that makes me wonder, okay, like how bad is it at Seth's house if this and this is happening not once but twice that we're being told of? Who knows how many times that poor boy actually got used and abused in however many different ways we can all think of. I can't, I cannot, I can't wrap my fingers around it. Because even with me, and everyone loves to talk shit about me and my kids, well, me and my boys' dad get along fucking great. And me and my family and my kids know the truth of our situation. And that's all that fucking really matters, okay? Don't care. Me and my kids, we're good. We know the truth of things. And with my daughters, who literally their father has one of the biggest rap sheets I've ever seen in my life for abuse and whatever, I still held 51% custody of them. So I don't know how court didn't give him at least 49% or whatever. Now, every state is different. I'm out of Minnesota with that. But like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And, you know, we have Seth saying, well, he'd be with me if I would have known a week after his disappearance what I know. Okay, but you did know because you were saying, like, I don't know. It's all really, really messed up. A lot of it seems like it's staged production. Not gonna lie. It really does. Hi, Andy. Hi, Becca. You guys, real quick, pause in this. I'm so fucking happy for Miss Becca. Miss Andy B. She was a fucking champ and had a new smile makeover. And the poor girl is freaking going through it. So everyone just send well wishes to beautiful Becca. She is going through it. She's got her checkup on Thursday. But yeah, tops, bottoms, fucking looking beautiful, even though she doesn't feel that way right now, and it's painful. But yeah, she's going through some of the same issues I kind of went through, and she can't be like happy yet, but she's gonna get there. I just know it. Another couple weeks, and she's gonna be a whole new wife, Andy. But yeah, y'all send Becca some love. Oh, Ryan and Andy are dating now. Oh God. Oh God, I do know that feeling well, so I've been checking in on her, and yeah, that's crazy. How dare anyone freaking be nice to someone who, by the way, after the call that he made, and I still haven't heard Fred make, like, fuck out of here. I hope Becca's okay with that. You two are funny. I'm glad that and Andy, you can hit up Mark too. But I'm glad that I'm glad that Brian and Andy found each other. Hi Candy, hi Suzanne, welcome. If I missed anyone, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a journey. Let me tell you, it is a journey. So, Andy, I'm glad you're here now. Okay, so you guys, what do you think about people? Now, let's rewind. We have been led to believe from day one, straight out the gate from 110 BenHill Road, aka Don and Candace Bly's shack up on that hill. Oh, that poor Summer was kidnapped from that house and from inside that dungeon bedroom. Okay, we remember that, right? That's what we've all been led to believe, right? So how would you feel knowing that YouTubians brought children, their children, to the Wellses and spent multiple nights? Now, you can believe me or not believe me, but I already know because I was the one video chatting with Dawn all the time back then. Like, I know the sober Dawn I saw prior to these people pulling up in the driveway, and I know the fucked up Dawn and Candace that I witnessed after they got there. How would you feel knowing that people brought, not just people, YouTubers that are trying to actually, at that point, kiss the Wellses' butts and trying to help us all believe the story that Summer was actually abducted from either that driveway and or that bedroom? How would it make you feel to know that those people brought their kids there and spent the fucking night there multiple times with their children? Not just that, how would it make you feel to know that these children were told by Dawn Wells when the kids asked, "Why do we sleep out in the car?" And how would it make you feel if Dawn replied to a child, "Well, because if you sleep downstairs, you're going to get kidnapped"? I need to know, because that fucking shook me for so many reasons. Hi, Mandy. That shakes me for a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Because if you really believe that a child went missing from that area, that driveway and or that house, why the fuck are you bringing children there? And why the fuck are you staying the night in a car? But it's okay. Mom locked the car doors. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all the better because, like, what? What? Did you hear that, Ro? Did you hear what I just said? I think I told you privately, but did you hear that? Y'all, I've been trying to be a referee between Lips and Ro. It's not working. Anyway. I love them both. What the hell? Yeah. Right? Thank you. Thank you. Is that not fucked up part of it? Okay, I'm going to repeat. Ro, I'm going to repeat. We all know what's been pushed down our throats with how Summer disappeared, right? She disappeared. Someone took her down that dog trail from inside the dungeon bedroom. So if that's what's being pushed, why are YouTubers bringing children who are both very much minors, very, 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 very fucking much minors? And why? Why? Well, I know why they spent the night, because they were too fucked up to drive. So, I mean, I guess thank God for that. But why the fuck? And I don't give a shit if mom was sleeping out in the car with them or not. Or maybe mom and dad. I know mom was for sure, because it's what I heard. Now, I was speaking to somebody, an adult, you know, that knows the Wells. And we were on the phone, and one of the children actually came in the room and had heard the Wells' name and just started fucking unloading. And I heard it. I heard it with my own ears. I'm not saying who or whose kids, because y'all know who you are. But that is so fucked, because that tells me no way in hell you believe Summer got taken from that, or like actually abducted. And if you don't think she got abducted, because are you bringing your minor children somewhere where you think that there's a little girl still missing 3 years later? At that time, it wasn't 3 years, but are you bringing your minor children to spend the night in your fucking car in the driveway of Dawn and Candace Wells. Am I the only one that is completely disturbed by that? Back of the truck. Am I the only one that's disturbed that when a child says, why do we have to sleep in the car? And Dawn's response is, if you sleep downstairs in the bedroom, you're gonna get kidnapped. What? And then I'm like, well, damn, Don just loves scaring kids, right? He used to talk about how he loved to scare Summer to, like, I don't know, alert her, like, of, like, the dangers. You guys remember that, right? Hi, Candy. Hi, Sonia. Am I the only one that thinks that's completely fucked up? Not once, not twice, but, you know, a few times this has happened. And you're damn straight. Yeah, I believe the child. I believe the child. Because the child actually had no idea of me being on the phone or nothing like going on. Simply heard a conversation and said something. And I was like, wait, what? I you know, whoa. So for me, I have to believe you don't think Summer got abducted. Because, like, why would you bring your child? No, not child. Why would you bring your children? I mean, I shouldn't be shocked and all, because, you know, what got me wondering too, I'm not sure really how the hair follicle tests for drug works. Oh, we're still live, Miss Cotton Candy. Were you Cotton Candy 65 before? Anyway. Love the name. Makes you cry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sense of it because Summer is still missing. And like, what are you fucking thinking? You know? So, same. It is messed up, Suzanne. Thank you. I fucking think it is crazy. So, and if you don't think she was abducted, well, then what other options does that leave that this little girl is gone? Gone. Someone dyed their hair, put lice treatment on for 2 hours and failed. Whoa, what? Honestly, I think I seen it say they was only good for 6 months, if that. Hair follicle? Okay, so I was wondering, because these people's children have actually recently gone through hair follicle testings where there was fentanyl and cocaine and other substances found in the hair of these children that have spent the night after Summer disappeared from that address, inside, outside, whatever, from 110 BenHill Road. These children were close to death. And so I was wondering if someone was to report the Wells for drugging Summer and people abusing her when she's drugged, like we've heard neighbors, unfounded neighbors and such say in Summer's case. Would they shave her head? Do you shave your head? Does that stop a hair follicle drug test by shaving the head? I'm curious because it was only Summer that had a shaved head, not the boys. And Candace's at the time, if I'm not mistaken, was growing out some. It wasn't like a buzz fucking cut down to the skull like Princess Summer. I mean, I'm just asking because I don't know. I haven't done enough research on that yet because I'm just learning this stuff. But I'm curious. I don't think she was kidnapped. Do y'all remember the trip they made to Gatlinburg? I do, Suzanne. I do. We need to honestly do another study session in Summer's case, because a lot of people, because there is nothing new, the law has not reported anything new. There's just not anything new to report. So it's not that people are backing off or jumping onto Sebastian and forgetting about Summer, much like in Sebastian's case, which now is 92 days, 93. I've got to be close. I know it was around 3 months, 30, 60, 90. I'm going to go with 92. I could be wrong. I'm so sorry. I do have a calendar going for both Sebastian and Summer for how many days they've been missing, but I'm not at my computer right now. Came up from Florida. White boy may have gave the GHB. No shave does not work. Okay, because so they could still take her hair some way and test that. I'm not sure. I gotta learn more of that. Yeah, and I don't know. It's all things that, as I'm hearing things being said from sources, I'm kind of like, I'm in my head like, wait, what? Like, is this why Summer's head was shaven? Like, I don't know. Of course the shaved head does go with the trafficking, and we can't also forget or ignore she was dancing, and in my opinion, she was being, there was somebody there outside of video view telling her, like, go over there more, keep dancing, because Summer kept looking back kind of like, what? And then she'd go back out and kind of like do a little jig and like this, like, am I doing this right, Mom or Dad? That's the vibes I get from it. Hilux, I do wish someone would do deep dive on Eastman Chemical there in Kingsport. That's where the uppers are into. I've heard that a lot. We sure can. I've heard that a lot. Advertising. Yes, Selena. Yes. Okay, they need the roots. Okay, so if they, but shaved down like Summer was there even anything? I mean, they could take like a tweezers or something and pull it from her head. All stuff I think we need to do like a little study session in. Hi, Charm. As long as it's not bald. But Summer was pretty darn bald, right? If I'm not mistaken. I can't really look it up right now. But from my remembering, Andy, I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing your text now. When are you going live? I don't know, and I'm, of course, I'm been wrong before. I hope I'm wrong. But it's just something that got my mind going, whoa, could this be? They need the root. Okay. They need the root. Okay. I don't know. Like, I'm not quite sure she had lice. I don't. Now, with them, is it possible? Absolutely. I just don't know. Because if you have lice in that house, was full of shit. Stuffed animals, toys, clothes, like all of those been like, you aren't getting rid of the lice without cleaning that, or like bombing that shit with the lice and like tick or whatever. Like there's like house bombing you can do, you know what I mean? But there's just no way. Don didn't have his hair shaved whatsoever. I don't remember at that time. I feel like the boys actually had shaggier blonde hair as well, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Summers who was shaved down right before Disappearance. So yeah, hearing about the hair testing on kids and stuff, I did think, hey, like, is this a possibility? Of course, we don't know until we know. That's exactly ZZ. Right, but like in your blood and saliva, it doesn't last as long, right? So like doing a piss test, I'm honestly not sure if they piss test children that are 10 and under, 9 and under. At the time probably would have been like 8, 9 and under, something like that. I don't know. They would all be bald. You would think, right? And you also don't need to shave your head to get rid of lice. Again, you can bomb your house. You can bag up your stuffies and everything for like 7 days. But the best thing is to basically throw out like stuffed animals, Barbie dolls, all of that. We all seen the Wells's house. We saw how much shit was in that house. I'm sorry, but eggs and lice jump and can live on in, all of that shit. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Eve. I mean, it absolutely... Oh, okay, sorry, Mandy, I didn't hear the beep. I see you, boo. I'm going to add you now if you want your camera off or on. There you go. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yep, it only goes to a select few anymore.
I understand. I get it. I do have background noise, so I probably will be muting a lot. My grandbaby did not want to go to bed yet, so she's in there banging her toys.
Oh, shit. Attention, attention.
Right.
They piss test babies if there is a need. Wow. Right, and I'm guessing they can also draw blood. But again, that stays, it's in your pee for some of this stuff only for a couple days. Yeah. They did hair follicle on the children that the children of the parents who put them in very dangerous situations while hanging out with the Wells. Because I'm thinking like, well, damn, if they've been hanging out at the Wells and having sleepovers in the Wells' driveway in the car and all, and these are the drugs being found in these children's hair follicle testing, cocaine, that's Don's drug of choice. We all know that. Fentanyl, that's scary as hell. And yeah, crack, meth, whatever, other substances. I forget which ones. I will get to that on another day, like the exact, but fentanyl for sure, cocaine for sure, and then there was another one or two. These people know who they are. It's the same people out lying and still taking money from people saying they need it for court. Same people that bashing their family when these kids probably would have been in the system and adopted out by now. The same people who still don't pay child support or nothing and want to condemn the family members for having custody of these kids. Same people who still don't have their kids back after, almost a year going on. 9 months now. Same people who actually just pled guilty to everything. Same people who very much still need help. And I know that these people's family members, we don't have to say no names. I know a lot of you know the names. We don't have to say it. But stop giving them money because you're enabling them, and it's scaring the shit out of these people's loved ones. These people do not want to be parents to your kids. They want to be what they're supposed to be to these children. Like, unfortunately, I've seen and got to know a little more than even I would like to be honest. But this family loves these people very much and wants the best for them, including straighten up and be parents. That's what I know. Stop giving these people money because it's not going to buy stuff for the kids like you're being told, and it's not going to attorneys. Currently, they don't even have the same attorneys they used to through all of this. They both took guilty pleas. They're both looking at jail, maybe prison time. Both of you know what you've done, and both of you know that those children are so lucky to be alive. If they didn't leave that day for a visit with other family, they might not have ever have left and visited anyone ever again. That is scary shit. And I'm not saying this to drag these people, because I have suffered and recovering just like they are. Now, I've never gotten as bad and down low on some of the shit, or have I ever even tried some of the shit these people fuck with? But that doesn't matter. I honestly want people to do better, straighten up, so these kids don't think that they went through shit for nothing, and it's not too late. I don't know any other way I can say that, because part of me saying this is because I've been asked to, because these people have family that truly, truly love them and are scared. They're scared. So it's a tough love approach, if you will. Like, even for me, I do not hate these people, and I wish I didn't know the things that I knew. But some of it is fucking scary, and you're not scared yet. So that tells me y'all haven't hit rock bottom. But it is scary to know that there was children there. Well, we're all supposed to believe that a 5-year-old little girl was taken from this address. But here we got YouTubians bringing 8, 6-year-olds, whatever age they were then, and spending the night at 110 BenHill Road in a fucking car. So that makes my mind say, did someone really take Summer? Also, I question, I don't know, Mandy, I've gone to you privately about this, as I have Justin. And I think Ryan. But I don't know how, like, am I the only one shook? Like, what do you think about this? Oh, she might have had to step away. What do you guys think about this?
Came home.
Oh, what do you make about YouTubers having minor children there? And then these minor children have hardcore drugs found in their hair follicle testing.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You know, it scares me because of so many things. I don't even know where to start, you know, and
right.
I wish the best for both of them too, for their children's sake, for their sake. You know, it's never too late until it is. And I pray to God that it's not too late. I pray to God that they get their kids back, and that they get sober, and that they can live a clean, healthy life and be the parents that they once were, you know, even better.
Because let me say, and you've said it to me as well, and the loved ones to these people say too, they at the beginning of Summer's case were good, and I believe sober.
Right.
So that makes me believe that they relapsed hanging out at the Wellses with their minors, and that's scary. And if that's not their rock bottom yet, what's going to be their rock bottom? I hope to God it's not anything worse, because it's not too late for them to refresh, start over, be the best parents that they've ever been. It's not too late. Everybody wants that for them, but I'm scared that they haven't yet hit their rock bottom, which scares me for all of them. Because in the end, I root for the children, not the mom and dad. I don't care. I root for the children. I know how some of these children feel sometimes. And for the children to be happy, they need to see change and see them do better, know what they went through. Because, yeah, they have memories. They're going to remember this. And again, I always say this in Summer's case. Kids like that, for me, I can only talk for me, so I feel like I can't be the only one. We want to know, like, we went through this, how not for nothing. Right? That's why I fucking cannot stand my mom. I went through everything I went through. And so did my other siblings, for no fucking reason, because that bitch didn't learn. She went to her grave still sticking herself with the same shit. That's why I hate her. Thank you, Kim. Thank you for being a member for 3 months as well. But yeah, I mean, it's not too late to push reset, like you were saying. But yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but it's just like crazy to know, because
No,
I
I
have to think
understand.
that they relapsed at the Wellses, because I don't think they were bad. And I think you feel that too, right, Mandy?
Right. I
Uh,
absolutely feel that. I think that, you know, they were accused a few different times, and I think that both times they weren't at that point yet. You know, I don't think that it was the one time was questionable. The first time, I absolutely don't think that they were. Um, the second time, possibly, but it's they're I feel like they're still in denial. You know, like they're still, even though they've taken the first step, I guess, of, you know, going to get help in a clinic. That's a good step, but I feel like it's still in clinic, because I feel like that, and this is just my opinion, from what I have seen. I've helped a few people get into treatment, and I've seen what they're on, what, you know, like what their treatment plan is right now, um, has not been successful for the people that I've helped.
uh,
So I wish that they would get to a different medication. You know, the medication that they're
right.
using right now, I feel like it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah. Because I've actually
So
been told the stuff that they are now to try and help themselves. Listen, they're trying, got to give that to them. But I'm hearing that mom has been caught snorting that.
yeah, I'm not
So I
surprised.
don't know how that goes. Like, I thought you had to go to the clinic and take it there in front of them. I don't
Well,
really know. I've never done that.
usually yes, and I mean, it's different clinics do it different ways. So some give a liquid dose, and you have to go in and take it right there in front of them.
Okay.
Some do a pill form, but they crush it and then put it in your mouth. And then they check your mouth before you leave, because people will still try to put the powder in their cheek and take it out,
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how that's even possible. But
Right.
and then after you have gone to a clinic for a little while, then they give you take home. Now, most clinics aren't open on Sunday.
Oh.
So most clinics, they will give you a take home for Sunday. So you go Saturday, you get your dose for Saturday, and then they give you your Sunday dose on Saturday, you know, to take with you. So then Sunday morning you can take it, and then Monday you go back to the clinic. So it just
Oh.
depends on what clinic they're, you know, but I say if they are snorting it, that at least they're not snorting what they were. You know,
Right.
does that make sense? I
Yeah.
still think it's a step up, you know, like it's a step in the right direction. And they're going to, because that's an addiction too. Like if you think about it, like even using a needle, like that's so scary, but even doing that is an addiction.
Yes. And that can go with most drugs that you have to kind of prepare, or even not prepare, but like popping a pill, right? I mean, I can speak about that. That was my jam. Um, you, it's the hand to mouth, like smoking,
Right.
and even like rolling a joint. I have, my way of doing it, and it's, how do you say that? You know what I'm talking about. But snorting, it's the,
It's
what do you
just, it's
call
the
it?
habit of it. It's the repetitive,
It's the regimen. Yes. You
like,
get,
this is
it's,
what I'm going to
yes.
do to get what I want. You know, like, I
Yes.
got to do this first, and then I'm going to get what I
You
want.
you get
So,
addicted to like the regimen of certain things.
I mean,
Yes.
I've known people to snort Tylenol
Yeah.
just because they needed to keep doing that.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's in the right direction. Is it right? No. You know, it's still rough and it sucks. And I'm glad that they're doing the right steps. You know, they are trying, but they still have to admit, they still have to humble themselves and not just say, you know, you can't say that you're sober either. Like you can't say that you're clean when you're taking
Right.
a medication to stop the other medications.
And
And
straight up lying to the judge, not just that, but straight up gaslighting the children. It was very, like, some of the things I heard is very Don Wells, like,
right,
telling the kids, like, you know that we didn't do this. Like, you
right.
know that. It's like, you
Mhm.
can't do that, you guys. You can't talk to you're further harming your children by doing that shit. Like, please don't do that.
Right. You're teaching them to lie. And Selena nailed it, I think. Not addictive, but habit forming.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's a good way to word it. Yeah.
Hi, Chris. Welcome. Um, Interstate, they give you a lockbox. It won't open until it's time for you to take it. That's smarter. That is smarter. What's this say, charm? I'm confused. I think I know who you're talking about. CA. Wait, CA. Oh, yes.
If that's the
Yeah.
first initials of both names, yes.
Some people say, yeah, some people call some
Yeah.
people do say asses. But
And it
yes,
makes me
that's
so
right.
sad because they were doing so, like, I was so proud of, like, I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff that they were doing or saying, but I was still proud of them because they were giving a fair shake, you know, just like with you.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything you do. There's a lot of things that I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Cher? But I
There's
still,
sometimes where I'm like that too, girl, with myself.
but I still respected them and appreciated what they were doing. You know, like I knew where they were coming from, and it took a big person to be able to do that. You know, like they went against all of you know, a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of
Mhm.
us, and
Mhm.
you know, like you know firsthand the trolling that you get, the bashing, the digging, the phone calls, you know, all of that, and they did it, and they were doing so well with it until they started hanging out there. And then it's like everything went to shit.
Yeah,
And
I
I
agree. Because they did not, you can tell they went down fucking hell after hanging out with them. I'm sorry, but I believe they relapsed, and that's not on them. That's part of being an addict. I've been there too, and I've actually relapsed. To be honest, I don't remember if I went to Val with it, but I definitely did go to Benny because Benny has had his own issues. And yeah, I went to Benny like directly after doing something stupid. I called Benny immediately, and he was like, calm down, like
right,
like put your camera on, let me see you, and like this or that. Like, being an addict, it's a struggle every fucking day. I will say these people were good to begin with. They were. Their loved ones say that too, and I believe that. But
right,
after getting mixed up with the Wells, and I'm telling you, listen, I I can understand that because it is fucking soul sucking dealing with the Wells. I wasn't even there in person, so I can only imagine. And so I hate that for them.
right. I do too. I do too. It makes me so sad. Like it really does. It hurts my heart. I mean, when anybody relapses, because it's so like he was so proud of his journey, and he spoke so
Yeah.
much about, you know, things that he experienced, and he spoke his testimony, you know, and it was refreshing to hear, you know. And they always say, you know, when you think you got it bad, somebody else has it worse, you know. And so like I know the stories of
Yeah.
the people that I've tried to help, and I shared his story with a couple, you know, with an actual couple that I was helping. And you know, I was like, look, you know, like he's been down and out so many times, and look at all the mug shots, and you know, like you guys are doing great, and
I
so
have to
is
step
he,
away
you
for
know.
1 second.
Okay. It's just, it makes me so sad. And right, exactly, Selena. The slightest thing can trigger an addiction. Exactly. And it's scary because you never know what your trigger, what that trigger is going to be. You know, it could be a movie on TV. I mean, I know I'm a smoker. When I watch people smoke in movies, it makes me want to smoke 10 times more. So I can't imagine having that addiction in your soul, you know, and then going to hang out at the wells, you know, like, no, that was all bad. And they had such good intentions when they started. And That's what hurts me. So, and hi, everybody. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lake. Hi, Andy. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Selena. Hi, Coco Pop. Listening in bed. What do you guys think? What do you... Hi, Leah. My girl, Leah. I need to get on my emails, girl. I'm sorry. I'm behind. I think as long as we... Hi, Ro. I think as long as we, keep them in our prayers, send them positive vibes, no matter how you felt about them or what they said or what they did that you didn't agree with, just make sure that you keep them in your prayers and keep sending positive vibes for them and their kids. Like, that's the most important part. Like, the kids need their good parents back, I mean, that's part of the reason why I do my channel, is because I want to help people. And, it hurts me when I see that there's children that are hurt, and this is no different. It's no different. People in recovery need to know the difference in lapse and relapse. In lapse. Okay, Charm. I haven't ever heard that. Can you elaborate on that? Because I don't know the difference. I don't think I've heard lapse and relapse like that. And hello. Hi, Sherry Lynn. Hi, Aussie True Crime. To every set. What are you looking for, Ro? In your settings.
Hi, Aussie.
Okay, Charm just made a comment, and I've never heard this before, but they said, I always say people in recovery need to know the difference in lapse and relapse. A lot of people don't know the difference. So I asked her to explain the difference, because I've never heard of that either.
Yeah, I can't even pretend like I know what she's talking about. I don't.
But I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. Yes, make sure you hit the thumbs up, please, and thank you so much.
Mandy, what do you think here with Sebastian's case? Do you think he's still with us?
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I have two different theories that I'm kind of stuck on. I always, when I first hear about a case, I always try to go with my very first thought, my first impression, per se, I guess. And my very first impression was that he took off and he's lost somewhere out there and they've overlooked him. And I say that with confidence because, I talked about this. Actually, I won't say it. But I talked about it in a community post. Kathleen Moore was reported missing in Florida, and she was last seen at her boyfriend's house, and there was rumor of history of DV, and so they thought he had something to do with it. So they had searched all around his house. They searched his work because he had gone to his work the last night that she was at his house. Well, they found a lot of stuff in the dumpster, and they found her phone, or a homeless person found her phone in a Walgreens dumpster. So there were, a lot of things away from the house, but they searched the house. They had deputies, dogs, and drones, and searched around his house, Colin Knapp's house. They did not find her. She was 50 yards away from Colin Knapp's house, covered by the environment, hidden by the environment, is what law enforcement is. The dogs were 2 feet away from her corpse.
What?
Law enforcement, deputies, searchers were 2 feet away from her.
That's crazy.
Within a week,
wow.
Like it was within like 7 to 10 days of her being reported missing. They were that close to her in Florida. And he said, we overlooked her. It happens. Nobody's perfect. She was intentionally hidden by the environment, and we overlooked her.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I don't care how many searches they do. I don't care how many dogs they have out there. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Yes, exactly, Leah. The dogs did not smell her. So get If they got 16 dogs out there, get 60 more. I don't care. Keep going.
Right. Yep. Wow. And it's not that they're not letting people search for summer, right? Like people could go out there like they are for Sebastian. Hi, Priestess. And Tammy, hey, boo, love you, sis.
Yeah, I made a video about it on my channel a while back. I put a lot of my videos on private because I was updating my description boxes on some videos, and I don't remember if that video is public right now or not. But I know that I just made an updated version of it, and that one I'm pretty sure is. But I show how close she was, and I play the press conference also, so you can hear the law enforcement officer say, you know, we were focused on the dumpsters because that's, like he said, not to sound, you know, gory, but true crime is gory. We fully expected to find her in the dumpster, and they found bloody stuff. They found, you know, other evidence, but she wasn't there because she was 50 yards away from his back door. She was 2 houses down in the wooded area right behind the houses. Yes, a lot we're looking. Now, see, I know, I don't know if you want me to say this or not, but another YouTuber who was down there helping search, kind of helped find her.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Well, that's good though. Like, as much as people don't like the Ryan and Jen or the JLR or the Justin or whatever, shit, even the Bullhorn Betty, let's be honest. No, we are not cool, but like people that are out there, no, you know what? I take Bullhorn Betty back because she's not doing it right. But Justin, JLR, love him or hate him, he's out there. And yes, he is searching. And even just being out there walking and talking to people, you don't know what you're going to stumble on. Ryan and Jen out there searching, and people can say what they want, but they're out there. Like, I had my issues with them. I think I said something like, I don't like who you're working for, but like, I like what you're doing. And then that he was like, wait, what do you mean? Because I'm not really working for any one person. I'm working for myself. I'm working for Summer, you know? And that's when we got to talking. I was like, yeah, I feel you. So it doesn't matter if you're looking in places that's being said to you by someone I dislike or not. You're out there looking, you know?
Right.
You never know. So,
and that's what I said too, you know, when they were out there. And there's been other people that have searched too. And I see, here's the thing with Summer. I think that she's on private property. So I don't think, I don't think she's going to be found by searchers that are able to search public places. You know, I think that, oh, Charm, I did see it pop up. Let me go back up. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, lapse means you slip one time and go straight back to being clean. Relapse means you fell off the wagon for a while. Thank you.
Oh.
So you just had a lapse.
A lapse.
That story that you were talking about, you just had a lapse.
A lapse. Relapse. So like going on a binge or something. That's interesting. I've never heard it like that term. And bro, good days are most likely that you relapse. You know what? Okay. I could see that because everybody's different. For me though, it's more when I'm just like, fuck this, fuck everybody, like, what the fuck am I even doing? Am I even making no, for me personally, it's when I'm so fucking low and I feel like I've been giving my all to things, but like not getting anywhere, and I just feel like I'm a shitty human or whatever. That's what does it for me, but everybody is different. I can totally see that.
Yeah, me too. I was trying to read some of the comments here because we had missed them. I see Tiger Dog came in and Little Dev
Hi,
came.
Tiger. Oh, what is that? LLA or LIA? LIA. Leah?
Yeah,
Me?
Leah. Leah.
Share what we see that night. What we see that night. Everything good. Everything going good. You think you got it handled. Oh, when I... Yeah. I think, I mean, people can say whatever they want about me, but if I'm going to, what did she say? If I'm going to relapse or lapse, I'll be the first one to tell you guys. I didn't hide when I was on my muscle relaxers. Like, well, I fucking fell asleep on Mary, but like, it is what it is. But I don't consider that relapsing, to be honest, because muscle relaxers don't get me high. I don't even like, I go to sleep. It puts me to sleep. There's no like in between. It's all of a sudden it hits me, good night. So I don't get high off muscle relaxers. In Canada, they do not like to give out narcotics like the United States does.
They don't like to in Indiana either. Don't be fooled. I have legit back issues. I have an extra vertebrae in my spine. And
What?
I have an L6. You're only supposed to have L1 through 5 in your lumbar. And I have an L6, and it's partially fused to my tailbone, my S1. And they can't go in and do surgery. They can't unfuse it. And 10% of the population has it, but most people don't have pain with it. Well, since mine is partially fused to my tailbone, I have chronic, excruciating low back pain because of it. And
because it adds like extra pressure there, or
oh yeah, like I have severe low back because so when you look at my back, like when I'm standing up and you look at my back, I have no butt whatsoever. Like my back is flat as a board except for the arch in my back. The arch in my back is dipped in pretty like a lot more than normal. And when I had my x-ray done, my spine looks like an S from the side. So it looks like I have a huge butt and I don't. But it's because my hips are tilted and like all my insides are tilted along with, like they were worried about me chipping or breaking my tailbone when I delivered my kids.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily I didn't, because everything is tilted inside also. So, my uterus is tilted too. So thank God that didn't happen. But my neurologist, we were trying everything because my pain was so excruciating. I can't sleep in a bed with my husband. I can't sit on the floor and play with my kids or my grandbaby. Like I'm limited to what I can do. So when I was seeing my neurologist, he had tried doing the injections. He tried, we tried the TENS unit. We tried lotions. We tried multiple different medications. And then he had put me on pain medication. And like you said, I don't get high off of the pain medication. When I take it, I can move, like, and
so it's doing its job actually.
Right. Exactly. And that was it. But then, I was comfortable, like I was doing okay. And then it was like, all of a sudden he's like, okay, we're not writing narcotic prescriptions anymore. You need to go to a pain clinic. What? And, of course, the pain clinic is like, well, we're not giving it out to hardly anybody new because of all of the new regulations. Like all the doctors were getting in trouble for Medicaid fraud. And like, it was just a whole mess. And I was like, this is crazy. I'm just going to have to figure out how to manage it on my own, because I'm going to live with it for the rest of my life. Once it gets worse again, like that was right after I'd had my kids and stuff. And so now I'm like, once I start feeling where I can't move like I feel like I should, then I'll start worrying about it then, and I'll find another doctor and go from there. But for right now, I'm using magnesium lotion, which is freaking amazing. That helps with my cramps too, because I have restless leg syndrome and I get Charlie horses.
Me too.
Really bad. I'm telling you what, this magnesium lotion is freaking fabulous. Okay. And then I do my stretches and I take magnesium pills, supplements, and I've been taking vitamin I don't even remember, vitamin D, I think, or vitamin B something, but that helps too. So I've just, kind of been doing it that way for now because I don't want to have to worry about the dependency of it. And, I'm not worried about the addiction part of it because I've been through it. I didn't get addicted to it like that. So I had to wean myself, or the doctor weaned me off of them because my body was used to them, but I didn't have the addiction, like the habit forming addiction that we were talking about earlier. So I was on Cymbalta. That was one of the things that my neurologist tried. I was on
Cymbalta.
Yeah.
Cymbalta. Yeah, Andy, you're right. Candy, fuck what they say, because listen, you know what? To each their own, because people judging you, you have no idea what's really going on in their home, what they're doing. And people like that are the first to cast judgment and stuff because they're so unhappy with their own selves and what's going on at home. And who knows what the hell they're doing, because they're never going to admit to the truth, right? I mean, we got liars all around us. And it's crazy. I had one by my side for 5 fucking years almost. Liars. Liars, all of them. So fuck what people say about you. You know your truth, and that's that. That's honestly the only thing that fucking keeps me going sometimes, is I know my truth.
Right. But see, and that, like, shit like that, though, that pisses me off because, call her a pillhead for taking medicine that she needed for 3 days when you have addicts out there that are struggling and that may want to reach out for help, but they don't because of people like the person that called her a pillhead.
Yeah. They tried to say that about me too, Candy. When I got my teeth pulled, that I was definitely given pain meds. Y'all saw it. I was live streaming and the doctor would not give me no pain meds, just said ibuprofen. Everything was live. Me getting my teeth pulled, the dentures put in, walking out, Mark taking the credit card out and paying. Never once. Like, it's ridiculous, The people that like to try and expose with lies don't understand that I could literally take them out with truths, Misery,
Right.
yes, bro, you got it, girl. I say that all the time. Misery really does love company. And if you aren't as miserable as some of these people, well, bye, shit.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. No, she called me a pothead. Yeah, Andy being called a pothead. Like, really, there's worse things.
And
I've done other things, but I can walk away if it's not a problem. Yeah.
I've heard, somebody said this and I thought that makes a lot of sense. Like if you think people above you don't reach down to you, people under you will reach up to you to try to pull you down to them. Like people above you aren't going to attack you and try to push you further down. But the people that are below you will reach up and try to pull you down with them. And I was
so
like,
true.
Yeah. And I'm the same way, Eve. I don't pass judgment on anyone either. I mean, like I said, I've had my issues with things that Cher has said and done, but I like Cher. Like I'm sure that there's things that I've said or done that she's like, "What are you talking about, bitch? Shut up." And that's okay.
For sure. Yeah.
But we can put that aside because we're adults. We can agree to disagree. We can have an adult conversation about things that we disagree with and not make it into a fight and call names. And
no, yeah, because we are adults, and I know your heart. Like, and
right.
Some people know mine.
Right. And your heart has been very scarred. And, I think that has a lot to do with, I think that's kind of why, like when you, as many times as you flip-flopped with Dawn and Candace, girl, I'll tell you what. But I didn't question it because I knew like you had reasons why you did it, and I mean, yeah, there were some times that I was like, are you serious? Again, come on. But then I was, no, she must have heard something, saw something, or there's motive behind it, and I trusted you.
Yeah, I had a bad poker face too, but to be honest, I still go back and forth with the wells. I still do. And all I can do, a different creator before I ever uploaded, pretty big creator, told me like, really just stay true to you, be 100% authentically you, and
Yep.
people are either going to love you or hate you, and that's okay. But just always be true to you, so that the following you have, like, that's where I got the quality over quantity. People think that I only care about clicks and views and subs. Well, that ain't true. I lost 30 subs in the last 3 weeks not going live,
Yeah.
but I don't care. The subs that want to believe the bullshit and the fuckery and don't care to know the truth. And there's truths I'm not even willing to waste my breath on. I just don't need it. People will weed themselves out. I'm cool with that. And I stay true to me. And there are some cases where everyone says, well, Cher just goes always with like the unpopular opinion. Well, I can't really help that. But with the Wells, I still go back and forth. It's kind of hard. But a lot of cases, at least a couple times, if you don't flip, flop, to me, this is my thinking because I'm crazy. If you don't flip flop a couple of times, are you actually doing proper research into these cases?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, because you have to be able to. Okay, so my big thing is I try to see everything from all perspectives. So, I have my first impression, like I was talking about earlier, and then I try to look at different perspectives. Okay, so that's one. It's like I said with Sebastian, I have two theories. One, he walked out on his own. My other theory is, which is what I got in my reading, mom freaked out, and I think that there's some lying going on. I think that there's some shadiness and some twists and stuff, and but I have both, like I see both views. I can see both things being a possibility. Both things seem probable, but it's hard for me because I'm feeling drawn more to mom freaked out than I am to he walked out on his own. And that's because I try to absorb the facts of the situation too. And the facts are leading to there's something going on here. Okay. Can I share a bomb?
Yeah.
Before, okay. So before you went live, I was over at Justin's and he's reviewing all of the interviews. And he was playing when Chris and Katie were up on Smiley's panel. And Chris made the comment. They were talking about people coming to the house, and Chris made the comment that if somebody came to the front door to type in the code on the keypad on the front door, he said the neighbor's camera, the ring light or the ring camera would have caught at least a shadowy figure on the porch. You may not have been able to make out who it was, but you would have seen that there was somebody on the porch.
I was thinking that.
Okay, now here, that's awesome, right? But then we have to remember too, law enforcement said Sebastian was not seen on any security footage, right?
Right.
So how did he walk out that front door then?
I was wondering. I was wondering that. And did you just say there's two neighbors that are saying they didn't see Sebastian at all from whatever day? Like, I don't remember when he brought the garbage out.
Sunday.
And he went missing on...
Well, that Sunday night, Monday morning.
Sunday night. So when did he take the garbage out? Before going out for his colossal popcorn or after?
After.
He took the garbage out after. So he did get home that night.
Well, now, here's the thing too, though. Seth said that he watched that video.
And it doesn't look like him.
He could not say 1,000% that was Sebastian.
But with Seth, not to be mean, not to be a bitch, he also was 100% sure that boy was Sebastian. And he was also 100% sure the glasses were Sebastian's. And he was 100% sure this and that, right?
I think that I would be the exact same way if it was my child, though. He wants to have hope.
That's true. I can see that.
I would be grasping at every single straw too. I would say, yes, that's my boy. He's alive. He's in North Carolina. Absolutely, that's him. And I can't imagine how it crushed him when he found out that it wasn't.
All of that adrenaline and everything too. Yeah, maybe. You're right.
And so for him to say,
flip-flopping.
For him to say, I can't be for sure if that was Sebastian taking out the trash, you know, that makes me believe he couldn't be for sure, because if he was sure, I think he would have said, you know, I know he was at the house at this time, he was taking the trash out and he was okay, you know? So, I
So
believe
he's saying it's kind of blurry, right? Like the Maddie Soto camera on that church. It was too grainy to make out who it was, and I really, really, really think that it was Jen Soto on the camera, not Maddie. That's my personal opinion now.
I don't think there was anybody on the camera. I think it was other kids that were going to school.
That could be too, yeah. I mean, that could be.
Maybe. I think that Steven had dropped her off there before, or Jennifer had dropped her off there before, and they knew that the kids met at the church before school. And I think that, you know, they said that to push it off, because they would have been able to see the car stop or her walk up, or, you know, no. And I'm sure that they questioned the kids that were there too. So
You would want clarity or some sort. Yeah, that's true. All right.
And yes,
Wait, is he in here? Did I miss him? Is my hubby in here?
I haven't seen.
Or are you just saying that, Ro? I'm at work, hon. Babe's not here. She calls Mark babe. Because I'm always like, babe, babe. So she's always like, babe.
Something happened at bedtime. Right. Okay. So another thing. I don't know how you feel today about Chris McDonough, but
I don't mind Chris McDonough. I think I was too hard on him in Summer's case. Again, we can't agree with everything everybody does, but I can't deny that he put out a lot of good and helpful stuff.
Okay, did you watch him and Steve review the interview?
No. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
I will though, but no. There's something about that duo I
watched it. I watched it sped up, but Steve.
Oh, I forget you can speed it up. I might do that.
Steve nailed so much shit. Okay. The stuff that he was saying, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then it started making me think about Don and Candace and their interviews. And then I went to Steve's channel, because Steve has a channel. And so I went to his channel.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yes. You want me to get the link?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I went to his channel and I went to his oldest videos, because I know that he does courses, like you have to pay to take his classes. But he said that there's videos on his channel that he's recorded during classes and he shared them on his channel.
Oh,
so, yeah. So it's like free class.
That's cool.
So I was like, heck yeah, that's my budget. I'll be right there. So I went back to
$3.99. Yeah.
Right. I went back to his oldest videos and he did a review with his class on Zoom of Larry Miliette's interview that he did. The one interview that he did over the phone with the news lady, the news reporter. And I remember I reviewed that same interview, and I want to go back and compare my notes with his. But I'll tell you what, the stuff that he was saying as I was listening to him talk about Larry, because I know May's story, May Millette. Like I know her story, and she's still missing. Larry's about to start trial soon, and it was so cool to hear the things that he was saying, like cluster words and filler words, and what words are repetitive. He kept talking about giving May space. I'm giving her space. Well, everybody in the class was like, I guarantee her body is out in the open somewhere, because as much space as he was talking about, it's like his mind, you can't fight the truth. Like once your brain knows the truth, you can't fully fight that. So you use the truth in your lies. And that's how you can get away with, not being blown off completely. Like when you tell a lie, if you put a little bit of truth in it, you feel a little bit more relaxed because you put some truth in it, because your brain knows you're not supposed to lie. So just hearing just the stuff that he was saying, I was taking notes. Okay. Let me just say, I was taking notes. And it related so much to Chris and Katie and to Dawn and Candace. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that like I was learning, and I love to learn. Education is key, you know, like I don't like to be ignorant about stuff. And so I love to educate myself in any possible way. So I'll grab his link and I'll drop it in the chat if you want me to, and then I'll text it to you.
You're managing mod too, so you should be able to put it in there fine. Well, you can do it as a mod, but yeah, please do. You guys, I will be back on, but I have 28 minutes now to do all my closing of the shop here. So I need to get off of here so I can focus and get it done.
Oh my goodness, my granddaughter didn't like that. She screamed.
Oh no.
No, she's in there watching Miss Rachel right now. And
Rachel Ray?
No, Miss
Oh.
Rachel, she has like millions of subscribers on YouTube. And if you have toddlers or babies, she was listening to Miss Rachel when she was like a month old.
Oh my gosh. What
This
did
woman,
she do? It's like it's obviously a children's channel.
yeah, and she does everything. She does from baby's first words to toddlers to sounds. And I mean, she's just, if you have a toddler or if you have a child, period, of any age, turn Miss Rachel on. Just search Miss Rachel on YouTube. I promise you will not be upset.
Well, I don't have toddlers anymore, but now I'm freaking curious. So send me that link too.
I will. She is amazing.
And then the clip channel you were telling me about, can you drop that link or send it to me? I'll put it on community posts.
Yes. I haven't heard back. I've been checking and the video is not up yet, but I will get that also. You want me to put it in your chat?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Or text it to me and I'll put it on community posts. Actually, yeah. If you have time to put it in chat, like I gotta end this, guys. I gotta get some shit done outside of true crime. But it's good to be back. I appreciate you, Mandy, for, you know, I needed someone up here with me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I appreciate you asking me to come up. And okay, the clip channel is
there's Steve's channel.
It's called Call It As I See It. And I follow a lot of clip channels. But this one, I feel like this is actually the one that okay, the couple that we were talking about earlier, when they were attacked by the first person with the accusations of drug use, they made a video showing that she was lying and that they were not using. And it was a great video. And I think that was when I found this channel. So look, I can turn mine on to you.
I was on mess right now. I wasn't supposed to work today, but I'll take the hours.
So if you want to see one of their really, really good videos, I would suggest to go to that one because it was really good. So.
All right. Will you text me that too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. And Mandy, thanks for being one to have my back and letting me being my therapist, really. And everyone else. I don't want to forget a name, so I'm not going to list all the names, but some of y'all have been awesome in helping to heal my heart and my brain. And so I appreciate y'all. And I will be back on as soon as I can. Check out Mandy's channel too, y'all. Don't forget, she's the one who taught me how to stream. I will forever say, blame her for this one here. It's Mandy's fault. So make sure you get your link in there too quick, Mandy. Can you? Because I can't. Thank you, Candy. My daughter did it. She cut it all off. Shira. Oh. Yeah, she's awesome. I'm gonna put her channel. So many great channels. Ryan and Jen's channel. Ryan, get me the link on. Text me Jen's link, please, so I can make a community post as well. And I mean, I'm sure she's already getting the traction. She doesn't need little my help, but I certainly can send people that way as well. And Miss Candy, love you, girl. This is to you. specifically, but also a few others I've seen. Don't fight battles for me that even I'm not gonna fight for myself. It's not worth it. Don't feel you have to do that. In fact, just don't. Okay? Don't do that for me. You don't have to. Love y'all. Bye. Okay, it didn't end, so I'm gonna try this again. Bye. What the fuck? It's legit not letting me quit. Too legit to quit. I want to leave. I'm trying to have Mark come in here and end this shit for me. Oh, you know what? All right. Hold up. Wait a minute. You know that I haven't been streaming, like I took too long off of streaming when I keep hitting leave studio, not end stream. And I'm like, why is this not ending? And then I text my husband, YouTube won't let me end my stream. Can you get in there and do it for me? Okay, we're going to try this again. Love y'all. Bye.